many times have I hit my mouse? What? Boom. Boom. Oh wait, I should probably edit the title to say that I'm doing the intervallo. Nah, that's fine. Masol, are you sleeping? On the job? I feel like Masol's the type of guy to sleep on the job, but no one would care because he's so good at what he does. Like, he has everything finished. Let me load up the stream. Oh yeah, that's right. Take a while for me to get him. Can you guys hear me properly? Let me mute my mic real quick just to hear myself. Okay, yeah, you can hear me properly. Like, way too properly. Let me just actually move this slightly. There you go. I have severe back problems. It's so annoying. Bam, 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 bam. God, he looks so cool. I wanna get Yisang, right? So I wanna extract for Yisang. And what I'm doing, without Bun's notice, what I've been doing is I've been calculating, because you need 1,300 for a 10 pull. So I've been calculating how much do I have for over a 10 pull. And I do single pulls until I have enough for a 10 pull, but I can't do that now because the next 10 pull I could do would be at 7,800, and if you can't tell, I'm on 7,500, so I might as well just wait. Do I have every Ishmael here? I have family hierarchy, Kurokumo, Christmas, Bygone. Yeah, I have every Heathcliff, not Heathcliff, Ishmael, Ismail. What? Oh wait, no, but you can get any Ishmael. That's right. I really want this one. I really want the next Uma Musume. If you know, you know. What? What's this? What? What is that? Does it change something? What? I'm so confused. Oh wait, it's just to like refresh, I think, actually. What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Almost as good as Mersault, who has 5. But as usual, I'm waiting 10 minutes till the stream can start, and then we start doing the intervallo. Oh, my butt hurts. That's not fun. Boom. I've done everything for time killing time. My friend grinded the entire story, and then I grinded the mirror dungeons. Probably after the stream, I'm gonna grind the mirror dungeons as well. For the new one. Oh, what? Limbus? What happened? What happened to Limbus Company? Did it just go on maintenance? It's Saturday. Oh. What does the thumbnail look like? Oh my god, that's amazing. It's not even a proper thumbnail. It's not even a proper thumbnail. That looks awful. I wish I could use Photoshop to fit. I know you're watching this stream, Bun Bun. Did you do the modules? I know you're watching this stream. Did you do the modules, Bun Bun? Can't even do the intervaller. Has she done the intervaller? This woman! She's on the game right now! She's playing right now! Hold up. I'm gonna quickly check the intervaller, see if she's doing progress on it. I did say I'd give her time. I might have to change. That sounds like Pokemon. I'm gonna be real for you. That sounds like a Pokemon town. The shit you'd hear there. It is her! I just got messaged. I knew it was you. Has she been doing progress? No, she hasn't even done anything. Okay, hold up. I'm gonna have to change the stream. Oh god, sudden stream change. Well, I can't be doing that. No, Limbus. Sadly the streams. She doesn't even know I'm streaming. She doesn't know I'm streaming. To people who don't know, who watch the after stream, because you're not going to be able to see what I'm saying. I share this account with probably my closest friend, and she's on the account right now, which is causing me to constantly leave because the game can't handle 2 people on the account at once. So sadly, I don't think we could stream Limbus. we might have to switch to the usual schedule, which would be a Dark Souls stream. Just do it, Jack. Okay. Okay, fine. I forget that I have you set as moderator too. It's been 10 minutes. We're starting this. We're starting the intervallo. What the fuck? Oh, wait, yeah. Totally no mod abuse right now. No, you don't mod abuse. And those present all sat in complete silence. I didn't even read the first part. Then there was Jia Xiuhyun, with her lips slightly curled with a mindless sneer. And at the center of it all sat Shixun, unsure of what to say next. I forgot there's no voice acting. Jia Shixun seated next to the hierarch's seat upon which Shixun sat, smoothly takes control. I can't read, okay? I'm dyslexic. Honored heads of houses, Lord. Okay, I can't do voices. She nods lightly, acknowledging our awkward presence. This is very awkward. I mean, she's nice to Sinclair at a standard. Isn't she technically from K-Corp? What's up with her acting? She's less of an outsider than we are. Yeah, and did everyone catch that? Ow, H-Corp? Regardless of everything else, the fact that she hijacked the meeting from the get-go is ridiculous. Especially with Shixun, the family hierarch herself, presiding over this official assembly. Clearly, she is using the pretense of assisting hierarch to assist her own dominance over these procedures. As we are well aware, Venerable former Jiamu has always discussed with the confidence in me about even after I departed the family for Q Corp. The venerable former Jiamu has always written massive converse. Something about it smells suspicious, but we'd already missed the window to challenge her to present us with proof without breaking decorum. Thus, as it naturally follows that I would be the inheritor of the venerable Jiamu's will, I will be proceeding with this. I'm gonna turn off the skip just so I can read it. What a grandiose and self-important introduction! It seemed clear to me that she considered herself to be the main character of this scene, or something. Dante, you're the main character, dumbass. Your grace certainly befits your station, Lady Yoshin. We are all impressed by your most dedication to the scenery of Yongyun, despite your already saturated schedule. We can hardly thank you enough for our I can't even say that word. Lady CHUN. Ah, my parents, a true shame that they couldn't be here. Have always sung praises by your expertise, Lady CHUN. Responses from the participants are just as protracted, only what's with these big words? Instead of arrogant. The smoking twink. As heads of some of those houses were under... Didn't fucking Shui Pan die? Were investigation for consorting with the forces foreign to Hongguan. Their vacuum was filled by their children's generation, many of whom we had the pleasure of meeting during the family Heiak War. Very well, then shall we? Welcome, Shixun, the next person to sit upon the seat of Wanglong family hierarchy. Got it? Oh yeah. Greetings. I am. Now let us begin. For many years, all those... Shut up, bitch! All those who have gathered here have toiled day and night for the eternal prosperity and growth of H-Corp. Bitches. Shixun's expression immediately scours as Huanchen unceremoniously cuts her off introduction. First off on the agenda for this, she's changed the accent like twice. It's meant to be killing. My voice acting is meant to be horrible for her. Hold on, big sister, CHUN. Did I say CHUN? I say CHUN. Okay. Oh, I'm not even gonna read all that. Passing the distributive contribution rights auctioning policy would allow the open auction of any remaining rooms the day before reconstruction days. And, the quarterly amnesty would do anything but give unfair advantage to certain families and high net worth individuals by guaranteeing them high real estate assignments regardless of their performance in the previous quarter. CHUN stutters a little, flustered before continuing. My point is, these policies are going to rattle H Corp's economy the moment they go into effect. Besides, these policies were pretty much drawn to favor lining the pockets of a select few families and high-ranking officials of H Corp. If I may, then lining the pockets, that is quite an odd turn of phrase. To refer to the bare minimum of respect the society might repay to its highest contribution members, don't you think? Oh, before we that actually hurt my throat. Give me a second, holy. Oh, before we continue, CHUN, I'm not entirely certain if you are aware, but since the ascension of the new family hierarch, the perceived value of Hongwon has been racing to the for the lack of a better word, rock bottom. She said bottom. Clearly, this demonstrates Hongwon's concern and its lack of faith in the newly appointed family hierarch. Therefore, it naturally follows that our most urgent task is at hand is to put a stop to this value and reputation freefall and restore prosperity and greatness to Hongwon once again. I really wish this had voice acting. Yeah, okay, and that's the family hierarchy's job, right? Why are you? If you had pursued H Corp's articles of association, sinking Heisho for Heathcliff? I feel like that. No, because no. And the board of directors that us has determined bleed Heisho. State of crisis? What crisis? I didn't even read what she was saying. Everything that led to my ascension to the family hierarch was legitimate, down to the final approval. Why did my accent change? These unseemly rumors and slander are tanking our values, which we have built up assiduously through the years upon years of toil. So what is this, if not the state of crisis? And who wouldn't doubt the new family hierarch's qualities when this decline has considered precisely with her ascension? Xie Huanxun was somehow turning the room against Jishun without presenting a single shred of evidence, portraying her as some burdensome hierarch who was single-handedly taking H Corp's value. No one in the assembly, not a single representative from any families present, stood up to point out about how CHUN's swift actions were what finally repelled the outside forces that had marched right up to Hongwon, front yard, or how she deftly maneuvered her forces to quell the embers of war by quickly taking control of the chaos with Dongwon. She hadn't shown any glaring signs of incompetence since her ascension, despite her relative inexperience, but everyone in Hongwon's board of directors, the head of each family, averted their eyes as though all of that had somehow, inconceivably, slipped their minds. So you take yourself to be a qualified individual for that responsibility, CHUN. Very well, then proceed. Is it ready? We're all waiting for you to begin your briefing before the assembly regarding the 30 years quarterly yet a revenue record for Hongwon Singularity related business. You're calculated on next year's physical depth forecast, and the exact recipe and variation numbers of the boluses that have been registered in the 5 last years. The Venerable Hayek does not receive the data prior to the meeting. You must all be aware of the chaos that followed the ascension. We are still indexing all available materials to... Isn't that funny? Not once in the history of Hongguan has the family Hayek ever failed to provide immediate and detailed answers regarding Hongguan historical statistics. Jia Huanzhe, mostly known all along too, she must have known how the previous family Hayek were all directly supplied with an immense repository of information through the CHUN worm or something of the equivalence, and she's using it to target CHUN's weakness, knowingly asking questions she, the first family Hayek, without ammanum, couldn't possibly answer. Oh shit, my phone. I can't see chat anymore. Oh no. I'm not even gonna read anymore. Gia, move! That's all I need to know. Given the circumference, our hands may be forced to call to vote the motion of no confidence. The motion of no confidence? A motion of no confidence, when passed by the high-ranking political officers, can result in the removal of the chief executive from office. So they're going after Xishun's power? So this is the picture Jia Huanxun wanted to paint. Impotent family Hayek, stammering and stumbling through her first meeting up to the total and near unanimous lack of support from the H Corp board of directors. Whatever jogging they're on about, seems to me that they've got an ounce of respect for the last before us. Never trust twice, overly obsessed with numbers and optimizations. They'd be the first one to kick you out the moment they no longer see you as useful. You're not the only one who's pissed off. She has an American accent. I don't know how to do American accents. So you can only stop shaking your leg for a second. Don't need to make our frustration any more obvious, you know. My horse would never left the chair long ago if it weren't for this lass. Did Heathcliff just agree with Ishbel? In H-Corp, should the board of directors anonymously vote in favor of the motion, certain parts of the Hayek powers will be removed. It is entirely possible that she will become the Hayek in name only. Oh, so they're threatening to kill her unless she fails in line? This is some needlessly convoluting way to... The assembly will now consider the motion of no confidence. Are there any objections to bring the motion of no confidence against family Hayek Jia Xishun to the floor? Hold on! The vote of no confidence isn't an item that you can invoke so lightly! The Shi family has no objections. Fuck you. Let's say the Wang family has no objections either. Fuck you, but in a different way. Shui family too. Fuck you, but in an also different way. The rest of the previous family heads seem to have changed precisely nothing. Those in power wore more youthful faces, but their tongues still carried the same old resistance to change. The new family heads were just as uncooperative as ever, and everyone seemed to be solely interested in staying in Jia Huanxun's good grace. New faces, same old. And needless to say, Heathcliff wasn't the only sinner fuming with rage. My throat's gonna kill me! I'm gonna lower my game just for this. This is far too unvexing to simply watch and do not! Right? I knew you wouldn't let this slide, Don Quixote! There's walking all over Shikun like she's not even there! Forsooth! We cannot let such injustice inspire on the butt! Hey, it seems like we're both on the same page. That's it. I'm not going to hesitate to make myself heard once again. This time, I want to be courageous. With your help, Don Quixote. Come on, let's do this together, okay?
Very well, I'm in agreement.
Yeah, and let's go on the 3, or at the same time. If there are no objections, 1, 2. The assembly will put the resolution to vote in a month, and 3. Objection. I need the objection sound effect. Hey, what does sound like James from? For Sinclair, I'm trying to do a German accent, and Don, I'm trying to make her sound like a gremlin without using my actual gremlin. Without actually sounding like a male gremlin. Bloody hell! Oi! Have you gone mental? Sinclair stood tall at the center. Oh, sorry, hey, I'll get him. At the center of the entire room's in undivided astonishment, alone. Eh? Don Quixote, still firmly at her seat, gazed upon Sinclair's proud stand and rubbed her nose. Young Sinclair, I sound more German now.
Young Sinclair, thou hast evolved indeed. What an imaginary pursuit of justice thou hast become, with such unrelenting fervor and utter disregard for decorum.
Good thing I hate a voice actor. I used to do voice acting for like small projects for my friends. Except the roles that I do would be like really deep voiced characters.
Certainly, mine efforts have finally borne fruit.
What the hell? Did Don Quixote or Heathcliff suddenly rub off on you or something? Trying to sound American. No, wait, no. What happened here, Don Quixote? We're not going to... What happened to objecting together? Does that sound more Russian? That's more Russian. Huh?
I had taken...
Why did I sound that?
I had taken thy suggestion to mean that we must voice our disagreement through the official channels, borrowing the titles of the illustrious Red Gaze and the Department of LCC.
I'm not gonna voice that anymore. I do like doing a German accent though. Disputes in succession of power on such a high level of government are hardly ever resolved with harsh rush. I'm just gonna do auto, fuck it. Why are you normal all of a sudden? King Julian has done...
King Julian!
Lad, what happened? Well, that's... I guess I just assumed that this is how Limbus company rolls. Now, you know what? You're not half wrong. There seems to have been an unexpected outburst from CHUN's guests. Withdraw your objection and we will consider this a momentary loss of control and not enter it as an official statement. Give me a second. It was, Sinclair's eyes were shaking like someone with his life on the line. If not, I take it that you have full confidence in her abilities. Don't look at me like that. So please, I encourage you to elaborate. When and how was CHUN demonstrate her aptitude for responsibility? So Limbus. Oh, I mean, every ID is busted in Mirror Dungeons. Because, I mean, you have God knows how many ego gifts. During the family hierarch evaluation, Jia Baoyu donated the coins he received from CHUN to you. Essentially, you pity-partied. Pity-partied? And for your ascension, GQ was, and those outsiders from an upstart company had to almost literally carry you to the seat. Has there been a single victory attained by your own hands in the entire process? But we have not all been witness to the qualities she exhibited during the family hierarch evaluation and her ascension. You must no shame sticking your forked tongue in the... Is this Mew? Audience of both heaven and earth. That's when quiet, even footsteps broke through Jia Huanshi's mercilessly dismantling of. Yet I see that. Oh, it is Jiamu. If Zegon's here, then Jiamu's gonna be here. There is no place for an outsider to speak, but proceed. How will she prove herself? What an odd statement, coming from a fellow outsider who has been chattering for minutes on end. Forgive me, I could only presume from your verbality to the right to speak in this forum. Oh, so you're racist! Oh wait, yeah, no, not Jiamu, sorry, Jihyun. That seems to be the venerable monarch Hayak. What? Even I couldn't read that. It is rather clear to me that there are many who find their own defeat in the family Hayak war difficult to accept. Such a doubt is easily resolved. A match between clans should lay out. Seriously? So, you would remove her Pao and Zhu before the game even begins? Why not make this test a series of sparring matches in both academy and martial arts if that's such the case? What audacity do you have? You must know the consequences of failing these matches, no? It would be an anonymous, one-sided end to the vote of no confidence, and naturally any and all rights apparent to the family Hayak shall be transferred. That is fine by us. You are free to choose any champion. Unfortunately, your underlings don't seem to share your inflated confidence. But in the midst of the femboy! Flabbergasted silence from the other sinners, a clear, carefree yet defiant ring voice. That's not true at all, big sister CHUN. We actually have as much I really want to do an Asian accent, but it's like the stereotypical Asian accent. It occurred to me that this might be his way of expressing anger, even though he's still smart. Imputed child! How dare he stare me down like that? And you are welcome to try. 1 month. You have but 1 month to prove before all in audience that she is indeed fit to be the family Hayak. Should you fail, the vote may as well be more. I couldn't even read that. In other words, should she successfully prove herself, none of you shall rightfully challenge that independent rights and powers bestowed upon the family Hayak. The consequences of such, I can't even say that word, would be no different from those that the traitors are facing, wouldn't you agree? Well then, we will excuse ourselves now. Oh wait, that's right, JQ is like, he dipped, right? Zigong turns around towards us with the same mysterious smile and slowly directs outside the assembly hall. We may call them sparring matches, but you must know that each and every one of them is a test to prove your claim to the seat of that family Hayak. A month is a time far too brief for drastic improvements. You don't know what a month can do. Regardless of whom it may be, learning from a... Who knows how long the search for one such master might take, not to mention the official channels through which you must bring them past Dongguan's walls, which may take up to 2 months. Why not relent now and relinquish a part of your powers? It seems that this fellow outsider's mental fortitude are impressively lacking. My lord has spoken in the past that when in the presence of 3 people, at least one of them is bound to be a teacher of mine. And here they are, aren't they? Jishun, master, are carrying something new to teach her. All 13 of them. Yeah. Wait, what? I wanna see, because I saw on TikTok where you, it's like, if you've ever seen Uma Musume, where you like manage, like you train people, you train CHUN and Sinclair. We are planning to train. Oh god, I didn't want to pull out that voice. We are planning to train CHUN. CHUN? Yeah. Hey, when you said the LCB were gonna help me out, did you guys mean that you're going to publicly humiliate the crap out of me at the assembly? Of course not, CHUN. Big Sister Huanxun's an old snake. You must have given her 30 days to set the perfect stage for my downfall, to prove to the world once and for all that I'm not qualified. But CHUN, weren't you always so good at humbling anyone who dares underestimate you? Not as much anymore. Back then, like an idiot, I thought I just had to hold on with everything I had. I thought that that's all I ever had to do, but now, things are different. That's true that I'm vastly underqualified. It's true that I'm vastly underqualified to be the family hierarchy, and she's right. I pretty much lucked into this position. CHUN, don't tell me that woman's bullshit actually got to you. Well, she wasn't completely wrong, right? I'm just some kid who happened to be just good enough to survive some traps and ambushes. I'm afraid that the responsibility of the family hierarch might be too much. Her self-confidence has significantly decreased compared to the observation from our previous interaction. The heck, CHUN? I don't remember you being this kind of character. What happened to the girl who looked down on us the moment we met? Yet, yeah, even the audacity to pretend that we know who we are, don't ya? Where all that confidence go, gal? That actually got under her skin back then, huh? Rodion's like a... She has a Valley Girl way of speaking with a Russian accent. I feel like that's her voice. You go, but like in Russian. If I let it happen, Big Sister Huanshu's going to continue expanding her influence here. I'm sure that she and the board directors have been cozying up to each other for a long time. Is the implication that her testament on her influence were true? Yep, it's true. Before she left for Q Corp, Big Sister Huanxun always used to accompany Jiamu. If we just let them hold the vote of no confidence, we're going to Yeah, just speak. I wish there was voice acting. God. Besides Big Sister Huanxun, I think I definitely... Oh my god. Give me a second, guys. I need to have the ability to read real quick. And I know that this is all something to do with its ties to Q Corp, which I bet has already been going on for a while under my radar. Wait for Bogkak, then there will be voices. Hopefully. My vision for Huangguan is I want to change H Corp to be the kind of place where people can live without fear. I just never imagined I have to prove myself like this, and in only 30 days too. Even then, your vision hasn't changed, right? It hasn't. Great. So it's decided then, huh? What do you want, da? We just need Fowl to deliver. Fowl. So, to summarize, the responsibility of training CHUN to win these matches, these amphibious tests, upon which hinges the family hierarch's fate, and almost every tacit of which is entirely under Jia Huanxu's control, by the which she is possibly a trap within the 30 days, and we have to explain that to Saud? Wow, that sounds like a lot of work when you put it like that. Post-mortem reports have become quite rot. Sometime later.
Price thou must dress up the furniture.
Sinclair stared blankly at Don Quixote as she made her desperate plea towards Saud.
Yes, and I understand that as well, for the 18th time.
As always, Saud was wearing the same refreshing, incomprehensible smile. The kind of smile that makes people increasingly anxious the longer it lasts. It is making me anxious! Well, that gives us about 30 days, during which those sparring matches, tests, whatever will be happening as well. Great. Then let's give it our best. Sinclair mutters in a near whisper, clearly feeling responsible for what happened.
Yes, I understand. I never should have stepped out of line like that, but something just... Yes, so let's give it our best. I totally agree. We messed up.
That's an Indian accent. We messed up everything. I'm still doing an Indian accent. Limbus Company was always going to remain here and assist Miss CHUN Why don't I just get notified on Twitter? Well, I'm sure that I took Faust's advice for how meticulous planning is completely pointless when it comes to LCB's missions.
I believe I should be able to explain this further.
I feel like she speaks like a snake.
Prior to this departure, my lord was concerned that such a thing would come to pass.
That is why he has left Zilu and I here to look. I've seen what Zilu looks like. God, she is beautiful. Zilu is absolutely beautiful. I would do anything for that woman. Doing nothing and allowing her wicked machinations to progress would have... And that would have led that snake to de facto assume the seat of the family hierarch. Against such an individual foe who wields intrigue as her weapon, the most amiable. Yes. Besides, has this not given you the excuse you needed to prolong your company stay in Dangwon? This is also a prime opportunity for Jia Shishun to further solidify her influence here, depending on the outcome of the vote of no confidence. They are played into our hands by accepting this deal. So, I don't want to be rain on anyone's paradise, but are we not even going to consider what will happen if we fail? No, we are not, because you will not fail. Not with us aiding your efforts. Come on, Zelia, I want to see you. Oh, so, were you serious back then when you said that we were all going to teach Shishun? All 12 of us? Is it 13? Wait. I think it's... Is it 12 or 13, including Dante? Because Dante's a sinner. But Shishun can't understand Dante. Miss Otis, that is a statement mirrored in narrowed vision rife. So you must be the one who placed last in that scale. Just don't say anything, bud. Best not stand out like a sore thumb. Come on, don't... I may have overreacted then. My lord Ho has said that from the virtuous we may learn to replicate their merits, from the flawed we may learn to avoid their fallings. I also, to embrace his teachings, seek those who we come across. Just what in the heavens are you doing? Aha! I am preparing a lesson plan for young Shishun, our family hierarch. Do you think Sancho would be would be smart enough to teach? She is second to the king of La Mancha Land, technically, because Don Quixote is technically a king in that place. Oh, well, the owner. Yeah! 'Twould would be a mistake most fatal indeed. I shall correct it post haste. Yeah. Zigong was staring at Don Quixote's expression at her wild artistic merit upon the circulars. Though we wouldn't be able to use Sancho because the second she takes off her shoes, we'd probably die. Unless Ryoshu kills Sancho. Of course, each of their own, I suppose. I need not to be shaken by every little thing. Hey, thanks for putting your faith in us, Zizong. Did I say Zizong? Zigong. We barely have any of that to go around ourselves. Not how the shoes work? The recent events have taught me that the path of learning... Oh. Is it not how the shoes work? If she takes them off, she just... she loses Roshinante? Oh, well, I guess after her Kanto, she would have... Yeah, changed. Wait, hold up. How much do I have? 120. Doesn't it give per? Wait, what? Doesn't it give per? Huh. Also, Bun Bun, if you're still watching the stream, we have around 300 frags for Yi Sang. So we can almost get the Heisho identity. Zilu! Yes! Yes, Zilu! Oh yeah. Zilu, my beloved. That is because... so who didn't do their homework? After a brief silence, everyone turned around and looked at one of the sitters. Heathcliff! It ain't me. Oh please, at least try to make a compelling argument. Who else other than you could it possibly... It's me. Sinclair. You think? You've been acting out of character a lot recently. What's going on? Well, that's Sinclair was drenched in sweat for some reason. Actually, In Sinclair's sweat was a large stack of papers, each filled to the brim with writing. Sinclair, are these papers? No, Dante, they're cardboard. Phew, I'm done. Sorry, I got too into making a lesson plan and couldn't stop myself from writing. Is Sinclair a writer? Sinclair couldn't have appeared more proud as he placed the big bundle of sweat-soaked papers. Zilu, my beloved. And she receives it with mild trepidation. You seem to have dedicated quite a momentous effort in drawing all up this lesson plan. What's up with her? Let's start reviewing from the first of the stack. How many stacks did he bring? 108 Analytical Approaches to an Aesthetics AAA. What does AAA mean? How do you plan to explore all 108 approaches in a month? Appreciation of Artistry in Assassinate. Fuck, you went too far! Flip a page and continue reading. What paint did you use? It's quite vicious and the paper has partly melted. Ah, lady, watch yourself. You almost got some on my arm. Hold up. Did Sinclair plan to murder her? Did Sinclair plan to assassinate her? That is... Bro, what is... Zilla? Entrails coating the world? Why are you... Now you know how aesthetics appreciated and the artistry of slaughter. Just what the hell did you paint in that paper? Hey, get it together! Zulu stumbled briefly. Wait, so was it Sinclair or was it Ryoshu that did that? Ah, my mind wandered for. Oh, so why is Zulu getting affected from seeing blood and guts? You're a Heisho. You do that shit for a living. Weak sauce. Weak sauce. I'm surprised he didn't put that into an acronym. Zulu compiled the paper. Next. Intro to Societal Reintegration. Chapter 1. How to shake hands with your left hand when the situation calls for it. What? Weak sauce. Chapter 2. Exploration of exclusively long-sleeved fashion and practices. Is that not the army? Chapter 3. Projecting confidence in having why having a bug arm is totally cool. That's what, you know how it is. Be proud of who you are, all that philosophy stuff. I wanted to this lesson to... Oh, that's amazing. Which will usher in a world where we can carry on with our lives no matter what kind of arm we have. Gregor! Discard. Most likely, I'm gonna call it Mersault's gonna be the one that clutches up. What the fuck? Oh, of course it's Otis. I had a feeling. My credentials include the ability to dress down an opponent so hard that they fall to their knees and beg me to stop. I have plans. Are you a masochist? No. Are you sadistic? I have plans for a compilation. All of this seems rather difficult to learn. I have concluded from my hit her toe observation that CHUN is an... Follow my instructions to a T, and I guarantee you that this cadet shall be able to have the upper hand in any verbal confrontation. Is this a curriculum to make the best brawler for the best family hierarch out of me? Zilo seemed quite impressed, but CHUN's vehement veto on justice, another impressive title. We all know who that is. Subheading. How the fuck do you know how to spell that, Don Quixote? Fioni, wherefore? Next. Praxis of ego split. Oh, what the fuck? Mersault, do you not know how to use the space button? Wait, hold up. What did I actually say? Oh wait, never mind. It's Isang. What did I actually say? Praxis of ego splitting concerning inter-mirror conflict between the self and the reflection of paradoxically fractured theory of idealism. He made an ideal pun in which one attempts to open an unopening door to open the door. Did he really spend that time to make a mirror and an ideal pun? Survival and exploration. 21 reasons to pay attention when the exploration team leader is given advice on the upcoming adventure. That's Ryoshu. I feel it. Not Ryoshu, Rodion. How to track down a troublemaker who tries to sweep trouble under the rug while the team leader isn't looking. There's either Rodion or Mersault. Never mind, it's Ishmael. Oh wait, what? Wait, I didn't even read. What did it say? How to track down the troublesome who tries to sweep the trouble under the rug and the team leader isn't looking. That's Ahab. Someone ignored my advice that we should have been moving 2 steps ahead. Finally, I've narrowed them down to 3 culprits. Then she's just taught. That's the story of Canto 3! 4, 5. Canto 5. The art of using yawning as a cover for popping. Hey, if you get good enough at it, you can can do that with nuts too. What? Aha, so it was you who made those crunching noises in our last meeting. What? No, who do you take me for? An amateur? The art of social maneuvers, how to let it flow through you. How to not make things awkward when you walk right in someone bad-mouthing you. The most important part of this art is to flash a refreshing smile in a way that looks earnest. It helps when you convince yourself that smiling is what brings good fortune. Of course it's you, Honglu. Smiles have a way to disarming people, giving them pause and making them hesitate. I remember that, big bro. Big bro used that technique to confuse a lot of Dongguan people who hated him. I see. Wait, GQ? I can't quite bring myself to throw this into the shredder. Oh, because it has GQ type shit. Next, how to remain in complete stillness for a week until the next command is received. That's result! This was a pattern design based on Rodion's advice that I must prioritize strengths that are unique to myself. Wait, so it's canonic that he just stands like that? He stands in a pose like that until he gets given orders? Does he just glide? Welcome back. Does Mersault just like shift through the ground whilst hitting that pose? What separates bravado from bravery? Jack Shite. So, of course it's Heathcliff. Yep, always gotta read the full print. It's my philosophy that reason doesn't remain to be considered before coming to ya. Martial prowess is indeed an indescribable part of the family hierarch qualities, but our focus is not on developing a hierarch of a syndicate. If you're looking for a hierarch of a syndicate, wouldn't that be Ryoshu? Information disparate. I guess sure. And the application of engineering frameworks. Okay, it's kind of losing me, but I'm still on board. For systematic resolution in rational self-interest driven societies. And is it still going? That was 1/5 of the full title. Seems that the same trouble has hindered both you and I. Okay, Project Moon knows what they're doing. What the fuck? Why is Heathcliff here? Indeed. After she had gone through the majority of our lessons plans. Ha! Finally. Now that that's over, the fuck is Heathcliff doing here, bro? Yes, it's finally my turn. Phew. Sinclair sighed with the gravitas of someone who's just been bestowed with the most important mission in his life. Thinking back, even back in school I used to daydream about becoming a teacher myself. I thought I could be good at it. So I guess you could say that I'm pretty happy to be given an opportunity like this. Sinclair. Yes, we do. We have to accept that everyone stumbles at first, but by always striving to be a better person than I was yesterday. Hey, but what if I, like, who I was yesterday more? Okay, that's okay. Everyone has their own unique potential sleeping deep inside. Sinclair, you should be a teacher, bro. So with everything I've learned with experience by far, let me teach you. Let me teach you how to not doubt your own capabilities, how to shoot higher. Hold on, you had me for a second there. What's up with acting like you're infinitely more enlightened person than I am? Because he went through a lot more shit. Of course. I've prepared a speaking class where all of you can learn how to speak modesty. I never would have imagined Sinclair would be into this into it. Yeah, too bad he's so into it that he's not even listening to what Shishun's saying. Really? Following that, your company is it seems that Zilu has completed her review. I feel like you go with Sinclair. Sinclair's the best outcome. Oh, I see. How's everyone going? Mein curriculum master special! I sure said that in a Spanish accent. Okay, so that's a no. That was Sword's impression upon taking a quick glance at Don Quixote, who was sobbing and crackling at shredded pieces of a lesson. Am I too loud, chat? Am I too loud when I speak high? I could always just move my mic a little bit further away from me. Phew, Miss Zigong, Miss Sword, I prepared a full 30 days. You always... Okay, shut up. I might move my setup a little bit, just so I'm less loud. Hold up, just give me 1 second. Let me stop the auto. Just give me 1 second. Ah! Says you're the one who always wants to be in a VC with me. You literally message me constantly. Well, not constantly, but you message me a fuck ton. Let me move my computer. I can't wait to get a PC. It's gonna be so nice. Okay, is that better? Do I sound better? I could not bring myself to tell him apologies. So this young man produced this entire sizable stack. I see, weakness has found its way to the heart of this Mardley. That's better than nothing, honestly. However, it has been decided that Sinclair will not be participating as one of CHUN's teachers. Or should I call you Pupil Sinclair to be exact? Wait, what? The second I saw Zilu, I knew she was bad. No, there haven't been any mistakes. My lord specifically instructed that you are to learn from this as well. What? What? Seriously? This isn't right? Is it because Sinclair's the child, kinda, of the group? Now this is what looks like a proper classroom. It would have felt dang empty with just CHUN sitting there all on her own, don't you think? He's literally the youngest, true. Pre-Canto 7, you would have thought that Don Quixote is the youngest, but no. Truly peak. You should learn to be grateful. I dole to my teachings just to anyone. Hold up, am I loud enough for you guys? I'm looking at my thing, it doesn't look like it's going up too much. I'm just worried that you guys can't hear me well. Or like the audio is too loud. And you, Ishmael, you always get hyper asphyxiated on something. Once you find something interesting, you never stop talking about it for 3 hours at least, and... Oh, good. Hold on, you son. I thought we were the underdog duo. Yeah, no shit, you don't like classes. Let me move my mic a little bit. The evaluation painted a twisted picture of my true scale of strength, the sole measure of which an relied entirely on physical might. I'm pretty sure it's like, the whole system is like a... Uma Musume. Decimate? Bestie? What the heck does any of that mean? It looks like she's more interested than shocked. Huh? CHUN's eyes widen with confusion. She is interested. As though she heard this. Alright, I'll join you after the stream. When I first met her, when she was 16, she explained to me that she hadn't attended any school, like her instructions. This is par for the course of the children of Hongguan. So, deathmates and besties. Sinclair began to explain, seemingly resigned, that the fact that he was essentially going back to school for a month with the other sinners as his teachers usually sit next to each other and help each other out. A bestie might nudge the other awake when they doze off. Do you think Sinclair's the type of person to sleep mid-class? Actually, no, he does want to be a teacher, so he'd fully stay awake. So not very important at all, huh? I think I got this all on my own. I don't need a bestie. It may have come a few years late, but I moved that my lady has a chance to experience in school. Did they not have school in Huangguan? Same here. I remember it like yesterday's. CHUN would sit and watch the other school walk to school. Okay, so they do have school. Dude! Oh, that reminds me. One day, out of nowhere, she started saying something about eating from lunch boxes with friends. I haven't a clue as to how or where she even heard about it, but she snuck into the kitchen and wait! Don't you guys have lesson plans to write? Come on, hurry up! 30 days are ticking down, and we only got 30 days. Wait, what the fuck? Did you just repeat yourself? 30 days are ticking down. We've only got 30 days. Yes, you did. It's kind of dumb to repeat yourself. First, I must leave the lesson planning task to you, to Zilu and Miss Saud. Have you any thoughts on this matter? Slacker. What was that? I said nothing. I love Zilu so much. I'm making this my wallpaper as well. This is an amazing wallpaper. I love the icon. Zilu and Saud appeared to have aged severely years overnight, their faces sunken in sorrow. Finally! After referencing the idiocracy... What the fuck does that say? This is the minigame thing? Ooh! Miss Zilu? You look very tired, Zilu. Sleep deprivation has revealed me of clear mind. The path of an educator is truly a grueling one. I mean, nowadays, teachers, they just get stuff from higher ups, or like... They don't make their own things, I'm pretty sure. They just get it from already pre-made things from years. Efficient, huh? To be a true family hierarch, there are dozens, hundreds of virtues one must understand and master, however. To do so in 30 days, as promised, is an unplausible effort. Thus, we have categorized the countless virtues. They are called... I can't read Chinese! What are these supposed to be? That's so true. Chu, wisdom, to hold on to one's silence in need of speech shall cost them people. To speak in need of silence, a reasonable sequence of logic. Yong, courage, the ability to overcome fear, to act decisively. Have too much of it and risk become a brute. Having too little, risk become a craven. It needs harmony and balance. So yin and yang. So how are we supposed to go along with corporal punishment again? I recall no instance of any discussion regarding corporal punishment. And Ren, humanity, is the benevolence of the heart and compass of behavior that dictates. Clearly not the most facilities of the school are severely lacking in all three of these criteria. How do you think they'll be able to teach the students anyways? Yeah, like a certain someone who needs a lesson in Ren. Are you sure? What's Ren again? Master Wei and Miss Songwon are currently quite preoccupied with handling the monumental task of paperwork. Ah, right. Mr. Hui wanted me to deliver this message to you. Be strong, my lady. Wei! I love Wei so much. Renders humanity? Oh, yeah. Oh, Heathcliff needs that. Oh, it's this! Yeah! Oh my god, she's tiny! She's tiny! It's her skills. Wait, why the fuck can we actually see her skills? She doesn't have an ego, she has sanity. She's fatal to slash. Damn, you only have a speed of 3 to 7? Oh wait, no, that's actually pretty good. 180 health? Jeez, you are weak in terms of health. Any unbreakable coins and you'd be fucked. Oh shit. And well, we don't need to see. I don't know any of this stuff. What am I doing? Oh wait, hold up. +2. Oh, it's all the same. Oh wait, begin class. My name is Yi-sang. That is all. Not Sang-yi. The class I have prepared for the day. Aha! I have heard plenty of your mirror tech. Which makes me wonder. Going by the level of advancement in that technology, couldn't you have approached it from a different angle? You know how technological advancement usually goes. People invent for the sake of creation, only to have their inventions inevitably warped into weapons of destruction. Indeed, you show much promise already. As you sow my snout. This is kind of unfair for CHUN because Sinclair basically knows all about them. I'm sure that that's the angle most others wanted to see happen. Removal of potential risks sounds much more palatable than potential. Correct again, yet destruction has a word that bore too much suffering for my heart. My sole egress from it was abandonment of my quondam fellows and my life's work. How did you bring yourself to just abandon it all? I conversed. He spoke. With who? With myself that lies within. He spoke with Sang-yi! Are you aware the mirror's reflection extends beyond the veils of our own reality? It reflects the potentials and latent strength and the world. Yet even among them, the reflection of the greatest importance is that of the self. Let's not the immutable worlds of the mirror enchant your gaze. First, one must directly study. Oh, is that? Hold up, is that Dom Beck? I'm pretty sure that I learned how to be more true to myself by looking into the mirror. Oh shit! Oh yeah, that was Dom Beck in the mirror. I swear it was. At least the sun shower, not sun shower. Hey, you know, it's been a while since I looked into the mirror for so long. You don't know what you look like? My lady, do you recall Sun Shin of the Shi's family? I contacted you for the meeting. Yeah, the guy who said he was gonna show me a precious flower that blooms only at night. I remember that you were vehemently going out there, stayed inside. Don't tell me you're actually looking forward to meeting him, my lady. Oh, of course not. You were wise to stay inside. It was revealed that, but apparently he was outplayed and my skipper's bugged. There you go. Glad I didn't go away. You were right. If only you still had the Wu branch under your control. Stop it. We agreed to move on from that, remember? We don't have to talk about it. I was brushing my hair and looking in the mirror and as we were talking, but I realized that I no longer recognized the girl in the mirror. I don't know why, but I found it so hard to meet her eyes. But I brushed off look because I had to. An experience like that was going to be common occurrence anyways, and the family hierarch war was always looming on the horizon. Perhaps he felt more than may have been shame, but it is paramount to face oneself nonetheless. Specifically, it seems. And Sinclair, do you see? He sees. I see. He sees. Well, I just see myself smiling. I don't see what's so out of the ordinary. But it seemed like Sinclair couldn't really bring himself to face the mirror. Because in the end, what he would see is chroma? Now that I've had quite some time to looking at my reflection, I think I uncovered a part of myself I've always been hiding for a long time. Yeah, it is Don Beck! I learned how to be true to myself by looking into the mirror. Hell yeah. Are we gonna have to grind till 10,000? I do not know what the fuck I'm doing. Oh yeah, her slash resistance went up. Oh, down, I guess. No, it went up. Do I have to do Don Quixote? Okay. Wait, what? I'm so confused right now. Oh, I see. Ahem. 'Tis true that the station of teaching is prone to imbue with a sense of bashfulness. Sinclair and Tishud both sat with a bit of apprehension as well, which is understandable given what Salt told them before the lesson started. Some time ago, oh god, Otis had been glaring daggers at Don Quixote for quite a while. So what is Don Quixote, that woman, supposed to teach? Have you not considered that her usual flippancy might only cause more trouble than it's worth? You worry too much, Otis. While she may not look like it, Don Quixote is extremely well versed in those adventure tales. And why would any of that matter? Have you yourself considered that fixes often appear when history is in the making? As per literally the Roland incident? Now let us see here. Don Quixote took a second to savor the moment, as though she had been preparing her whole life for it, then continued. Not gonna lie, when I saw the teaching stuff, I thought she would have used her great knowledge. I thought she would have become like extremely sentimental and knowledgeable about reality. This tale beginneth in the year some time later. Are you done? Just how can she talk at such length? She's been going for ages. Such cometh to test thy dedication to the class, and the knowledge that should naturally come with it. A pop quiz, if thou wilt. When she even find the time to prepare this? I can assure thee, 'Tis is a question of entirely reasonable difficulty. If thou hast paid attention in class, worry thee not. Does this pop quiz have prizes? Aha, but of course, I came prepared for such inquiries. For each correct answer I shall bestow upon thee from the treasure chest of mine these precious fixer badges. Forsooth, I did not let a single day go by in which I did not polish each day. I don't know, I don't really need them. Hold thine applause, for there is a bonus reward for the victor who by the end of this carries the most badges. I don't really, it's not, why is it skipping? Seriously? What, scared you'll lose? Wait, what did she say? Okay. Ha! I'll have you know that I was the teacher's pet in every history class I took. Okay, bro. And I'll have you know that I was, no matter the subject, showered with praise from every master I've had. 'Cause you're royalty! Oh, okay, if that's how you want to play it. I'll have you know that I was a prodigy in other classes too. I did great in art classes. Pretty good in math. I was just being humble, because I didn't want to steal your thunder. Oh, then let me tell you that I was trained in the master of at least 10 different disciplines every day. And on those days, you know, one of my best told me, he said, looks like Mr. CHUN finally getting the grasp of how friendships close in age are forged in school. Wait, so are they both like, what, 19? That's good, no matter how excellent her masters are, there are some experiences you can't just learn from teachers. I TikToked in response. Tis year 505. What is a historical community consents on the most illustrious battle that fixed the CHUN had to take participate in? Allow me to impart the three major clue. If thou hadn't paid attention of the discourse upon 5 pillages in which the fixer Yahweh 21, the honorable fixer of the Cerulean heaven, who attained triumph of the battle of the Rhino Tree in the year 495. Or one by one, and held the line to bear by her time. Ah, damn it! I was too slow. Fear, young Shishun, thou'rt incorrect. Jesus Christ. I don't want to read all of this. I don't want to read. She's speaking like she was actually there. She probably was. Thine impression is quite understandable, for I am trained in the ways of vivid regaling these tales, but most of these tales... But did I anticipate an opportunity to regale these tales to such an audience? I am like having a lot of trouble right now. Hell yeah. What was the secret technique Honorable Fixer Lysander employed in his resolution to the case of the Fey Forest? Speak its full name. I want to ask, if we played Library of Ruina, would we have known this information? Armor. Or is this just random information? Are you kidding me? Woo! Come on, you can do this, CHUN. You can do this. This is nothing. Illusions of a midsummer night shall devour 3 nights. Summer night fantasia. Thine enunciation was quite shaky upon the word illusions, yet thou hast demonstrated sufficient courage to bestow upon thee this badge. Is she crying? I grow tired of this nonsense. Just how much longer are you planning to drag this on? Thus muttering the hero, then I declared, I shall tear this evil storm asunder, to find a place for this blade at the heart of the center of the heart. Dante, lights, left side. Don Quixote, who was watching Sinclair in CHUN's two-person play, suddenly wiped her tears away. Bravo, bravo! Certain minor details were missed, such as Guefe and Fixer was left-handed, and that he had a habit of playing with a lighter in his pocket before every duel. Yet twice... When faced with a great adversary, rekindle the memory of Yefe